let me credit our fans. It's powerful when you go on the road and you have a fan base like ours that's willing to stay the course with us. They've been a huge factor all year. It was really neat in the third quarter, fourth quarter in the football game, and I thought our fans were incredible. So I'll start off with that. I thought the Kansas kids, I got a lot of respect for Coach Beatty and his program, and from our standpoint, I thought some areas really improved today. Were we perfect? No, but really fun to watch our kids continue to get better, and still a lot of work to do. So with that said, I'll open up to you guys for questions.
Matt, when the game was on the line, kind of like in the first 5 minutes or so, Hakeem and Brock had some kind of massive synergy going. Can you just talk about that for a few minutes?
Yeah, I think those two, and give credit to Hakeem. I think he certainly has been a guy that when we've needed him the most this season has stepped up and made big plays. And I know he's really straining to be the most consistent player he can be. And I see him really attacking that. Brock, some of those throws were pretty impressive. And so, I think both those guys, we're going to need them down the stretch to be consistent and continue to step up and make big plays, but really proud of both of them. I think they're doing a really good job.
Can they be guarded?
Well,
I mean, if it's a perfect
it must have been
throw,
maybe in the second half a little bit somewhere. But, I think the reality of it is, Hakeem certainly is a big target. And, sometimes it takes two to be able to have to cover him in different situations and different matchups. But, I give credit to Hakeem because he's really worked on that early in the season. It was probably more 50-50, and he's made it more 70-30, which is really impressive.
How tough is it to do what the defense did today, not allowing a touchdown?
Yeah, well, I think it's certainly tough. I know Coach would say this. Is as great as that stat is. There's still some times. It's kind of like the tale of two halves for both of our sides of the ball. I think the first half, missed tackles that we haven't done. And yet in the second half, it was great to see the leadership of our football team on that side of the ball step up and, in some critical moments, make really big plays, which is a credit to Coach, but a really great credit to the leadership in that locker room. And then, you flip it over, it's kind of tale of two halves for the offense. Offensively, thought really impressive first half, and then, second half, we kind of, migrated through the football game. So I think the reality of it, a lot of good on both sides. Special teams much improved from at least from last week. And so areas that we got to continue to work on, but certainly, a great accomplishment for our defense.
What can those the game was kind of over in some sense, but the two defensive stands at the 1 yard line twice to that game. What is that? What did you see from that, and what does that do for that defense?
Well, I think there's a lot of confidence there, and great teams have the ability to win both sides of the ball down inside the red zone. And right now, defensively, the ability to stop the run was powerful down there because, we were able to do that in forced passing situations. And when you do that, sometimes those are tight quarters to be able to throw the football. So, I think just continue to gain confidence in who we are and certainly what we need to do, especially in situations like that.
That play design to Matt on his touchdown to get him open in the flat. I mean, are you looking for matchup type situation, or what did you kind of see maybe that had that play work?
No, I just think holding it. We've some red zone goal line inside the 10-yard line things that we've had, and just continue to use our resources. Matt's such a big target, and he's got great hands, and especially when sometimes that coverage is going to different people. We're fortunate to have a lot of guys that we can try to create space with and get open.
You mentioned special teams, offense, defense, all making strides. Is this one of the most complete games you would say since you've been here?
Yeah, I don't know since I've been here, but at least since this season. And I think just you got to remember a lot of new specialists and some new situations with Tariq and certainly with Corey, and I think it's growing, and that group's got to be its best too if we want to take strides as a football team. And I think that sense of urgency was high this week, and it was great to watch the response not only by our coaches and our kids, everybody together. And I thought you saw a huge step forward, and we'll have to continue to grow.
How critical was Brian's strip, Jamal's recovery when they got they had the ball moving a little bit and you shut the door there?
Yeah, I think that was a big play in the game, to be honest with you. I thought at that moment that was a huge play. And Jamal, he keeps saying he played tailback in high school, so we saw a little bit of it. It looked pretty good. We'll have to try to figure out how to get him in the game on the offensive side.
Coach, I'm sure you saw Booker Williams on film last week against TCU. What's it take to stop a guy like him?
Yeah, he's a great talent. I think you saw that even today that, you know, a guy as talented as he is, you're not just going to shut him down, and especially with their ability to get him the ball in the passing game and certainly the ball in the running game. But I think no matter what, foundation, and they played a good defense, 11 guys have to run to the football. And, you know, everybody, there's a lot of made about, you know, defense this, defense that. The reality of it, great defense is still run to the ball, and that's the foundation of success. And I don't know if anybody coaches as good as Coach Haycock and what our staff does. It's that single value, run to the football, and our kids do it.